It was a calm night at a small, quiet cafe, the kind of place you stumble upon by accident and instantly feel at home. Soft, jazzy music drifted through the air, weaving between the low hum of conversation. Warm, gentle lights bathed the room in a golden glow, making everything feel a little softer, a little kinder. Near the window, a young man sat alone, a cup of coffee resting on the table in front of him, its steam curling up into the air like a tiny ghost. He wasn't sad. He wasn't exactly happy either. He was just thinking, floating in that space between thoughts. Outside, the city was a blur of motion. Headlights streaked by, a river of red and white. People hurried along the sidewalk, faces illuminated by their phones, each one a character in a story he couldn't hear. But inside, time seemed to stretch and slow down. He took a slow sip of his coffee, the warmth spreading through him. He watched the people passing by. Everyone looked so busy, so important, racing from one destination to the next. He wondered if they ever stopped just to breathe. Then the bell above the door chimed softly. An old man stepped inside, his movements slow and deliberate. He had wrinkles around his eyes that crinkled when he smiled at the waiter, a genuine, unhurried smile. He thanked the young man who brought him a glass of water, his voice calm and full of gratitude. The young man watched him. The old man sat down at a small table, placing his hands on the wood. He simply sat there for a moment, looking around the cafe, taking it all in. He wasn't waiting for anything. He wasn't rushing. He was just being. And in that simple act, the young man saw something profound: peace. A quiet contentment that didn't need a destination. A soft smile touched the young man's lips. He realized he'd been so focused on the race, on getting somewhere, that he'd forgotten to enjoy the journey. Sometimes life isn't about moving faster. It's about slowing down enough to truly feel alive. The night stayed calm. The coffee stayed warm. And in that small cafe, one quiet moment changed the way he saw everything. He took another sip, this time tasting not just the coffee, but the peace he had just discovered. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more moments of reflection. See you next time.